Hello, Space Marines. The 9.0 Quality of Life update is live now on every platform. Alright, they're calling this the Quality of Life update. Very interesting. This patch brings lots of balancing tweaks in both PvP and PvE, interesting, including Siege mode. It also aims to improve stability issues and fix crashes. Hey, great. So we have a bit of a 9.0 guide here, I guess. Gameplay and balancing tweaks, assault ground pound damage. Cool. Class perks update. Assault perks, heavy perks. Dude, okay. Alright. PvP improvements, extended list of available weapons, progression reworked. That's huge for me, by the way, because I am kind of falling behind in PvP progression. PvE firearm weapons versions? So they're working on like specific variants? Bolt rifle, stalker bolt rifle, bolt. Okay, yeah, we gotta get to it. Data vault updated. Oh my god. Siege mode shop balancing tweaks. Oh no, dude. Guardsman HP and damage increase. Oh wow, that's huge. Dreadnought time increased. All right. Let's get to it. Here are the topics covered. Yeah, I went through a fair amount of them. Data vault update. New ordeals for siege mode. New data vault reward screen. New data vault reward screen with updated UX. New entity Trigon in the Tyranids tab in the data vault. Yes. Yes. Very cool. Very cool. We are adjusting data vault UI and internal unlock logic to make it expendable in the future. So they're thinking about updating or continuously updating the data vault, probably. So adding new entries. Adding new entries to it would not affect already given out rewards. Fair. Gameplay and balancing tweaks. Assault ground pound damage. Chainsword and power sword ground pound damage increased to match power fists and thunder hammers. Okay, so here's the thing. We noticed the power sword ground pound damage get buffed, right? So I guess the same goes to chainsword, but potentially both these buffs are already in the game. So that's interesting. This change should add more options to Assault's class builds because all of the one-shot builds implied having a thunder hammer or power fist. All right, dude, game director. Shout out to Dimitri, man. This is an interesting patch so far, I have to admit. It feels like a lot of the quality of life stuff that we've been talking about since the game has come out is like apparent in here. There's some really good changes. Okay, PvE melee weapons. With this update, we want to rework all of the melee weapons versions. The stats distribution was too complex between different tiers and wasn't following the same rule set as firearms. Funny. Yeah. I guess they finally nerfed the best weapon in the game, the Artificer blocking chainsword. Where relic tier weapons are strictly better than Artificer ones, this is a massive overhaul, and a lot of popular versions may become less effective than they used to, and vice versa. We are going to make another pass at this if necessary, but we think we need to do a cleanup here first to move forward. Yeah, I agree. It was honestly as fun as it was to see like lesser rarity weapons be good, and like, you know, you can switch out builds and stuff, and it was kind of interesting. It still felt weird going into absolute with an Artificer weapon, and obviously relic weapons probably needed a buff if that was the case, right? PvE melee weapon progression update. Progression for all melee weapons have been updated to streamline the experience. Relic versions of melee weapons will now always have better stats. Balance weapons, moderate damage, moderate speed. Cool. All right, hey, duelist enjoyers. Balanced weapons are probably going to be a little bit better, maybe. Fencing weapons offer the fastest speed, but have the lowest damage. Block weapons are the slowest, but deliver the highest damage. All right, so is this a blocking weapon nerf technically? We also get a balanced and a fencing weapon buff, maybe. We will see, because highest damage, I'm already seeing some damage numbers on Reddit. Block weapons are going to be insanely powerful. Even though they nerfed the speed, they buff the damage on block weapons. It's kind of crazy. Okay, PvE firearm weapons. Our stats show that all of the firearm balance is in good spot right now. Yeah, I can say so. I agree. Bolt pistol's pretty bad. All weapons are absolute viable. Yeah. Sure, okay, fine. I'll concede that. While some of the weapon archetypes are more popular and more effective than others, with this patch we wanted to focus on actual version balance. Some of the versions within archetypes were underpicked, and thus we would like to do a big pass on those, obviously, but in addition to that, we feel like some of the versions didn't stand out as much from their counterparts. Therefore, we wanted to increase the stats difference to make sure the choice is more meaningful. Okay, I see. So, like, for example, if you pick the accuracy variant of a weapon, now the accuracy on that accuracy variant is buffed. At least that's the way I'm looking at it. Dude, huge. Huge, actually. Like, dude, this is... They did... What? A, I did not expect this patch. I thought it was going to be next month, but okay, I'll take it. B, these are really good changes, guys. These are really good changes, and I'm not even halfway through the patch notes yet. Oh my god. Ugh. All right, so when it comes to the actual, like, certain type of weapons here, we'll go through them a little bit, but, like, dude, there's probably a lot, right? Yeah. Yeah, all right. Mastercrafted bolt rifle spread reduction increased. Oh, I see. So recoil reduction increased from 20 to 40. Headshot damage coefficient increased from 1.5 to 2. So that's just straight up the Mastercrafted bolt rifle number 2. Salvation of Baka artificer bolt rifle. I don't really care about artificer weapons, right? Like, that's kind of, I mean, that's cool. That's cool they got it, but there's no reason I'm gonna jump into an absolute operation with an artificer tier bolt rifle. You know what I mean? Headshot damage coefficient increased from 1.5 to 2. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these changes feel pretty similar, but it does look like, at least for bolt rifles, they increased the headshot damage, which is nice. Yeah, for most of the bolt rifles are showing the same changes. Oh yeah, see, like, for example, Drogos Reclamation Artificer Bolt Rifle now has increased ammo. So if you go for the ammo variant of the bolt rifle, wow, also, by the way, they increased the ammo of this by like 130. Holy cow. All right, they're serious when it comes to unique variants. They are making sure the uniqueness of those variants are the reason why you're going to it. Base damage increased from 1.8 to 1.9. So hey, bolt rifle have actually received buffs on pretty much every variant. I really like the idea of the ammo variant. Yeah, the relic, look at this, relic bolt rifle alpha, the Aphelion Liberation relic bolt rifle, reserve ammo increased from 160 to 315, guys. Dude, we were recently using the bolt rifle and talking about, hey man, if this weapon just had some more rounds in it, it's gonna be a really good weapon. Well, yeah. I think the reason why, by the way, is because we were using Emperor's Judgment. We'll see if we still have Judgment. They said they changed perks, but only for the heavy and assault. So, maybe Tactical was untouched. This is great, by the way. Stalker bolt rifle. All right, more headshot damage from the Stalker bolt rifle, like pretty much across the board. Besides the Aphelion Liberation, rate of fire increased 180 to 220 shots per minute. Dude, the Stalker bolt rifle's buffed. What? Dude, what? They buffed the guys. They buffed the Stalker bolt rifle. Oh my god. Bolt carbine. Headshot damage increased 1.5 to 2, pretty much for each variant besides the Drogos Reclamation Artificer. Oh, wait, hold on. Some of these had, should have had increased fire rate. But it looks like, yeah, for whatever reason, the Artificer Marksman Bolt Carbine is the only one that had its ammo increased. This surely is like a typo or something, right? Surely one of these other relic versions got an ammo increase or something. All right, whatever. I like the Marksman Bolt Carbine. We'll figure this out. If the Artificer version, for whatever reason, kind of stands out, that's kind of a funny situation to have, considering what they're trying to avoid here. Okay, Oculus. Headshot damage buffed on the Oculus. Dude, what? Dude, guys. What? What is going on? Why are they buffing everything? Dude, what is going on? Base damage increased from 1.8 to 1.9. Even on the... Yeah, that's a relic. Dude, that's crazy. Dude, okay, the Gathalamor Crusade Relic Oculus Bolt Carbine. 1.5 to 2 on the headshots. Everything else is doing that too, but, like... Come on, man. The Oculus getting more headshot damage is crazy. Melt-A-Gun. Could you imagine them buffing the Meltas? Base damage reduced, yeah, but I thought so. Wait, no, okay, so here's the thing. The Relic, the Artificer, and the Mastercrafted Alpha Melta rifles, or Salvation of Baka and Gathalamor Crusade, they increased the range on these. And then the Aphelion Liberation is the only one that was nerfed by damage, but they increased the fire rate. So, nah, the Melta's not nerfed, but they didn't buff it like other weapons. Same thing for the LF. don't. I'm not even gonna read this right now. I'll read it, but I don't think they're gonna buff this weapon. Influence of charging speed reduction increased from 15 to 40%. Influence of charging speed reduction increased from 30 to 55%. So this is on specific LFs. Specific LFs, I assume these are like fire rate or charge speed LFs or something, right? Dragos Reclamation Artificer LF, and then Aphelion Liberation Relic LF. So this is interesting. Charging speed reduction. The LF definitely potentially got a buff. Dude, they literally buffed all these weapons just to make their variants feel a little bit more unique. Oh man, we might be okay, devs. If the game's running fine today, dude, y'all definitely deserve this W, man. If the game is running fine today and I don't crash at all, this might be the best patch in the game. Maybe. I mean, yeah, the other patches came with issues. That's really the only reason. But I mean, all these buffs are definitely looking very good. Bolt Sniper, headshot damage increased 2.5 to 2.7 for most of these variants, and then the fire rate increased. Ooh, I'm trying that. The fire rate increased. Bolt Sniper, Aphelion Liberation Relic, rate of fire increased from 70 to 100. Dude, rate of fire increase on the Bolt Sniper is crazy. Oh my god. Instigator, Bolt Carbine. Headshot damage increased. Yes. Dude, okay, I'm about to speed run this to get to the heavy bolt rifle, guys. But for the most part, like, all these weapons are receiving buffs. Like the Mastercraft. Oh, sorry. Let's at least find a relic version of the Instigator here. Yeah. Gathalamor Crusade, Relic Instigator, Bolt Carbine. Clip size increased from 32 to 42. Reserve ammo increased from 192 to 294. What? What? Dude, why? These weapons are getting uber buffed, guys. Like, they're getting so much ammo, like, just stuffed into it. Oh my god. Clip size increased from 47. So they're increasing the clip size for the heavy bolter. I'd like to see it. Venting speed increased from 10 to 30%. Heating speed reduction increased from 10 to 30%. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So yeah, they're making the heavy bolter a little bit more convenient. And not to mention, guys, the Aphelion Liberation Relic Heavy Bolt Rifle has increased damage. It went from 1.8 to 1.9. That might not sound like a big deal to you guys. It doesn't really sound like a big deal to me. However, oh no, sorry, this is a heavy bolt rifle. No, come on, I'm confused. Because look, guys, heavy bolter, and then down here is this heavy bolt rifle. So you can't blame me for that one. I got confused. I got bamboozled. Okay. Anyway, I'm assuming this heavy bolt rifle situation right here. I'm assuming this is a typo. If they increase the damage of the heavy bolters at all, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, no other ones. Okay, you know what? Let's reserve our thoughts about that. Heavy Melt-A-Gun. Okay. Yeah, the same thing with the other Melta. They kind of made it a little bit better ranged. Rate of fire, 40 to 50 shots per minute for blind shot. Mastercrafted. I kind of want to see the relics, because the relics kind of tell us like the entire deal, kind of. Rate of fire, 47 to 60. Rate of fire increased from 94 to 110 shots per minute for mini zoom shot. So blind shot, I guess, is hip fire. Mini zoom shot, I guess, is in heavy stance. So yeah, the Aphelion Liberation Relic Multi-Melta had its fire rate buffed. Very interesting. Very interesting. Plasma Incinerator. Venting speed increased 40 to 60. Heating per common and charge shot decreased. So okay, I'll take that. So the plasma shots are going to be able to charge a little bit better, apparently. Charge speed reduction effect increased from 0.15 seconds to 0.3 seconds. All right, we're gonna have to test it out with plasma. For plasma, it's always a little bit more complicated. Bolt pistol, hey, base damage. Dude, it really should have said base damage for the bolt pistol increased across the board. However, this is fine. This is fine. There's a damage variant of the bolt pistol that they buffed. I like to see it. Heavy bolt pistol, base damage. Dude, they buffed the heavy bolt pistol, guys, by at least a little bit. Okay, they see, by the way, when I'm saying they're buffing certain variants. So the Aphelion Liberation Relic Heavy Bolt pistol has been buffed from 1.8 to 1.9. There's going to be a lot of testing, guys. There's going to be a lot of testing. Plasma pistol, pretty much the same thing. Heating per common shot and charge shot decreased by 20%. They're making plasma weapons a little bit more convenient to use, and I like that. Inferno pistol. Dude, guys, Inferno pistol. I've had dude, oh my god, I have so many videos right now that are now irrelevant because of this. I was using the Inferno pistol a lot recently. Okay, reserve ammo increased from 18 to 27. Reserve ammo increased from 21 to 30. So, some more ammo. All right, I'll take it. I'll take some more ammo. Why not? The Inferno pistol is pretty dangerous with more ammo. Okay, so now, oh boy, oh boy. All right. Class perks update. Assault perks update. Wing Fury. The perk has been reworked. The new version. Wow, I did not guess that. The new version is damage from melee attacks executed while sprinting or dashing increases by 100%. Deals area of effect damage within a 7-meter radius. Cooldown is 5 seconds. Woo, boy. I do love my running attacks, and now it's going to be a lot more fun. Oh my god, dude. Why? Why did they do this great patch out of nowhere? I could have sworn this should have been next month, but it's not next month, guys. It's this month. Nah, I'll take it. I will take it. Thank you. Thank you, devs. Note, the AoE's not working properly. This will be fixed next patch. All right, y'all got me. Y'all got me with that one. Yo, why? 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 All right, great. Great new perk that is absolutely bugged right now. Very cool. Oh my god. Okay, defensive mechanism. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. That one took me out of it. All right, this perk is being reworked. The new version is contested health fades away more slowly. Oh wow, we actually have some. Nice. We have some health support on assault. I'll take this. I will take this. However, this doesn't really do a lot if you don't have ammo. Active attrition damage is increased from 10 to 15%. Smiting Angel damage is increased from 10 to 25%. Wow, they buffed Smiting Angel. Very cool. Dude, okay, the assault really did just receive a lot of buffs, guys. As far as damage, they're just like, you know what, let's make the assault classes do more damage. How about that? I'll take it. Hammer of Wrath. This perk has been reworked. The new version is after use of jump pack, you take 30% less damage, do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and cannot be knocked back for 15 seconds. Okay, I mean, that's fine. After use of jump pack, so even with jump pack dodge. Okay, that's pretty good. Heavy perks update. I didn't think any of heavy perks needed like adjustment really, but all right. Thermal boost. The perk has been reworked. The new version is when a ranged weapon is 50% overheated or have 50% ammo in a magazine. Why? All right, so okay, look. Wing Fury, that buff isn't working. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate, to be completely honest. But at least they admitted it. Fine. The devs knew about it. They will fix it. Thermal boost. Giving heavy extra damage. Who asked for this? Who asked for this? Oh my god, that's crazy. I cannot wait to play the game today, guys. I just don't know what to try. I want to try out that Fire 8 bolt sniper first, actually, to be completely honest. But yeah, the heavy bolt rifle, sorry, to just go back on this. The heavy bolt rifle didn't actually pop up here. So potentially the heavy bolt rifle was buffed, but the way this is formatted, potentially we also kind of missed those. So I don't know. We'll figure that out. But judging, I could literally guess what they did with the buffs for the heavy bolt rifle. Let me guess. Damage variant does more damage now. The ammo variant, more ammo. Fire rate variant, it's a faster weapon now. You know, it's pretty much how it's going to be. Yeah, regardless, heavy bolter, everything. Sorry, the heavy bolt rifle has been buffed. Heavy bolter has been buffed. But okay, all right, let's go. Auxiliary grenade launcher. Increase the amount of grenades received for the grenade launcher from pickups. Nice. Grenade launcher has been buffed. Inferno pistol. Base damage increased by 15%. Dude, let's go. I love this weapon, bro. This weapon is going to be so good. Gunstrike damage is increased by 20%. Gunstrike damage and knockback radius increased by 100%. Fixed typo and motivated melee perk description of perk triggers if magazine is empty, not when your ammo reserves are empty. What? I thought motivated melee was if you actually had no ammo. Dude, guys, there's so many times where I'm like in the elevator, I'm just like shooting the Inferno pistol just to get ammo out of it. Dude, what? Oh my gosh. Guys, if I had to pick my favorite change in this patch, the assault changes were pretty good. Giving the heavy potentially more ammo is pretty cool. And also, sorry, giving the heavy more ammo and more damage is pretty cool. But this Inferno pistol change, very, very nice, dude. I like the Inferno pistol. Now it's actually going to be pretty powerful. We want to make the Inferno pistol as a dedicated crowd control weapon rather than a gunstrike damage dealer type of weapon because the heavy bolt pistol already fits this. Yes, you're right about that. That being said, that niche is currently too specific, and we want to make sure that the Inferno Pistol performs well enough outside of it. Yeah, I mean, dude, guys, right now, I will say the Inferno Pistol is probably the best weapon you added into the game. This is nice. This is very nice. Dude, yeah, wow. All right. Bolt Pistol, gun strike damage increased. Cool, I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. That's fine. Neo Volkite Pistol, contested health recovery has been greatly increased and is now in line with other pistols. Nice. Combat quality of life. All right. Added anti-stun lock heavy hit diminishing features if a player receives multiple hits in a quick succession. The duration of the next heavy hit will be reduced to 80%, and the duration of the third subsequent heavy hit will be reduced to 60%. All right, so if I'm reading this correctly, this means if you get hit by an attack and then you get hit by another attack, that second attack will be reduced damage. And then if that continues to happen, that third attack will also have reduced damage from 80 to 60%. So the damage reduction starts to diminish the more attacks you hit. However, it's incredibly... So you can get stun locked in this game for sure, but like getting hit by 3 attacks, that should be the limit for the most part. This is interesting. We're going to have to see how this works out, but shout out to the devs for listening. Like, straight up. It's been a while. It's been a while since we, talked about stun locks and everything like that. However, they definitely cooked up a good solution for this. Not to mention, this couldn't have been easy to implement. Like, no way. Like, dude, literally, like, if we get stun locked now, dude, I can't wait to play the game. But if we get stun locked now, the next hit is going to have 80% reduced damage. Interesting. Assault is now invulnerable during his ground pound landed animation. I love how this is like one of my biggest criticisms for the assault class's ground pound. It's just the fact that when you land on the ground, you can take so much chip damage. But okay, they gave the assault more iframes. I'll take it. The assault class has received multiple buffs this patch. Yeah, I noticed, and I would like to talk about it a bit more. Oh, interesting. Okay. We heard your feedback regarding the assault class being too weak, and we agree, but to a point. The amount of effort, I agree. The amount of effort it takes to play right doesn't outweigh the benefits, which shouldn't be the case. The amount of effort it takes to play it right doesn't outweigh the benefits, which shouldn't be the case. However, the assault class can one-shot most of the enemies on hardest difficulty. It is already very strong against Tyranids. Correct. Yeah, against Chaos it struggles a lot. Correct. So we think that the problem isn't in the assault kits itself, it's the Chaos Army composition, and that will be changed soon. The buffs will make Assault better and more fun to play, but the core problem will be addressed in the next content patch. Yeah, I mean, alright, I'll take it. Dude, yeah, this is a good note. This is 100% a good note. But it's pretty interesting to see how the devs are actually kind of in touch with how the Assault is performing recently. Because, yeah, I would describe it the same way, essentially. I'm not 100%, I'm not going to downplay this patch because it didn't add healing to the Assault class, but I'm definitely still very, very excited to try this stuff out. I think they they took a step into the right direction, 100%. Will this end up fixing the Assault's problems? We will see. We will see. It might, though. The Assault does do a lot of damage right now. Fix several issues. Power Sword stance changing during certain animations. The behavior should be very close to patch 8. However, we can't match them one-to-one because some of his behavior was only working because of a bug that we had to fix. Ah, I see. So the devs are saying being able to like switch between your stances during certain animations, like rolling and stuff, apparently that was a bug. I mean, all right, that's fine. Honestly, I was never that good with the Power Sword, so a lot of that stuff was kind of over my head anyway. But still, I like the fact that it had options. It definitely made it feel unique. But okay, apparently they fixed some issues with the Power Sword, so hopefully it's still a little bit more fluid. Charge progress of Plasma Incinerator will no longer reset when Heavy enters Heavy stance. Lots of minor improvements of general responsiveness of controls in combat. Oh. Geez, siege mode shot balance tweak, Guardian Relic cost reduced. Oh wow, Guardian Relic cost reduced. Interesting. 300 to 200. Armor kit cost reduced. Oh nice, armor kits for free basically. 30 points for armor. Dreadnought cost reduced. 1,250. They reduced the cost of the Dreadnought by 250 points. Wow. Wow. Okay. Guardsman cost reduced. Whoa. Okay, they reduced Guardsman practically across the board, but only in tier... Sorry, actually they did not. It was only in tier 4 and tier 5. They reduced the tier 4 by 25 and they reduced tier 5 by 50. That's pretty good. And obviously increase the guardsman HP and damage, 50% for normal, 100% for hard difficulty. Dude, the guardsman meta. Dreadnought time increased 3 minutes to 5. Streamline terminus enemy spawn logic after 16 waves. Every third wave can spawn 1 to 2 terminus enemies. Every fifth wave can spawn 2 to 3 terminus enemies. Whoa. All right. All right. Previous logic used to be too complex and demanded a sector. Oh, sorry. Previous logic used to be too complex and depended on a sector, sometimes causing 30 plus waves easier than 20 plus waves. This change shouldn't affect game difficulty, but rather make it predictable. Fix multiple issues with enemy spawns. Fix multiple issues with enemies getting stuck at their spawns. Nice. Okay, so this is just straight up siege mode bug fixes. Fix multiple issues with not being able to progress to the next sector. Fix a lot of minor issues with siege level geometry and collision. Completing waves as the assault class will now unlock Inferno pistol skins. Oh wow, okay, noted. PvP. Extended list of available weapons. Tactical now has... I see. Dang, the assault class didn't have the power sword in PvP, but now it does. Okay, that's cool. Everything that pretty much was given to other classes are now in PvP as well. PvP progression, XP recalculated. It's going to be easier to level up. New levels added. The new max level is 44. Why? Why? What? Why? Whatever. I don't, one day I'll jump back into PvP. This does seem interesting, though. Lots of minor fixes for private lobbies. AI. Fix Neurothrope dealing too much damage with beam attack. Holy cow, they nerfed the Neurothropes. This is like the best patch I've ever read. Fix Lictor can spawn invulnerable in some cases. Okay, yeah, that was crazy. Oh, apparently the Lictor invulnerability is that they spawn in with it? That's crazy. Fix Cultist Sniper firing twice. Oh, all right. Haha, we're on to you. Lots of minor animation fixes, customization, revert fix that made it impossible to put a decal under the geometry of knee pads. Lots of other minor fixes. General fixes. Oh, wow. Hey, drop gun strikes. Fixed. Battle focus. Fixed. Fixed. Blocking weapons do not imply increased damage taken after the perfect damage. Increased damage taken after perfect parry buff on enemies in some cases. Blocking weapons do not apply increased damage taken after perfect parry. Oh, I see. Sorry, we talked about this, but yeah, the blocking weapons were not applying the debuff that you give enemies for parries. You will notice like a yellow highlight around them. Yeah, this is good. VFX of explosion and smoke displayed to players in the form of large orbs in some rare cases. Yeah, I've been there. The bots displayed on loading screen do not match the bots. Okay, minor fixes on animations. PvP private lobby fixes. Minor UI sound fixes. Yada, yada, yada. All right. That's nice. Tech. Crash fixes. Matchmaking and network stability fixes. Unfortunately, this patch doesn't have a fix for the top 1 server crash that plagues our community. The top 1 server crash that plagues our community in siege mode right now. This has been a very difficult problem to identify for us, and we've been working on a solution since patch 8.1 and are going to continue to work on the fix and deploy it as soon as possible. We know that this has been very frustrating. Please excuse us. I can only assure you that this is our top priority right now to make sure that siege mode is working properly. All right. So that is what's happening, is that straight up the servers are crashing. Like siege mode servers are crashing. The top 1 server crash. All right, let me know in the comments if you're a tech wizard and have any idea about this one. But all right. That is reassuring. I will admit, that's reassuring. Okay. Now, this patch this is a really good patch, guys. This is a really, really good patch. I have to jump into the game. I have to download all these patches right now. Oh my gosh. All right. The first thing I'm probably going to do is either try out the Inferno pistol or try out the fire rate version of the bolt sniper or jump into siege mode. Definitely going to check out some of these new ordeals. Play some heavy, play some assault. Yeah, there's a lot down the line here. But yeah, when it comes to the weapon variants, there's going to be a lot of different weapons to try out now. Certain weapon variants are definitely going to stand out, which is nice. But yeah, overall, I'm very happy. Big W patch. There's 1 or 2 concerning things. One of the concerning things were obviously siege mode related. And then the other thing is what they're going to do with chaos, I think. I don't know. I'm a little concerned of what they're going to do with chaos, I guess. Nah, dude, patch 9. Wait. We didn't see any bulwark changes. Oh no. Oh my god. I thought we dodged a bullet there, but we might see a patch 9.1 with more changes, but we'll see. This is interesting though. They just touched on 2 classes. So next patch, maybe they will touch on the other classes or something like that. We will see. We will see. Ultimately, very happy with this. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this. Also, let me know in the comments what weapons you're trying out first, because I am definitely excited to try out a lot of these weapons. I'll tell you that much. But yeah. Let me know in the comments what weapons you guys are trying out first. I'm definitely very curious. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this. Thanks for watching.